Stuck at home during the pandemic? Stay tuned for some tips about how to get more modeling done. Bob Johnson with PK&W Railroad coming at you with another video. First, the flickering on this screen, I've tried to get rid of it a couple of times, and I really want to get this video out while it's still timely, so I'll have to figure out. I can't seem to change the refresh rate on the screen to a refresh rate that will solve the flickering problem, so sorry about that. This video is being recorded in early April 2020 during the height of the novel coronavirus /COVID-19 global pandemic. And a lot of people are stuck at home, working from home or out of work. We're not allowed to travel very much. And every creative person, every modeler on the internet is just cheering because, hey, now we're stuck at home, we can do our hobby. Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case for me. I really have had a tough time balancing my work with my family life. My wife fell and broke her ankle about a month ago, so I've been having to take care of her a lot. She can't walk, so it's really been horrible. And I've just finally started to make some progress on some projects, so I wanted to share a few tips with you that might help you be a little more productive. As an initial matter, my thumbnail is meant to be funny, but I'm not taking the pandemic lightly. I'm not suggesting that it isn't a terrible thing. It is horrible. If you've been affected, if you know people who've been affected, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be a little bit funny and provide a little bit of entertainment. If you're a creator, please keep creating at this time. We need our YouTube community. We need entertainment right now, so please make sure you create some videos. I'm going to crank out at least one product review video pretty soon here to do my part. Additionally, I've just crossed the 100 subscriber barrier. Not very much of a barrier, I realize, but it's minimal progress. I thank you if you're a subscriber. I appreciate all of you. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing. My first tip is stick to a routine. If you normally get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work, get up at 6 o'clock in the morning during the week. Don't sleep in, stay up really late, get totally off your schedule. That's just not good for you physically, and it's not going to help your productivity. This isn't the time to lose control of your weight, your diet, exercise. So if you normally have a cup of coffee in the morning and go to work, get a cup of coffee and go to work. If that's work from home, if you're going to go work on your modeling, just have a cup of coffee. This is not the time to start making waffles from scratch or baking a breakfast quiche. Come on, just stick to your routine, at least Monday through Friday. The same thing goes for exercise. Get out and exercise if that's what you normally do. Stick to your routine. You'll be glad you did when this is all over, and it will be over. My next tip is define your goals. What are you going to work on your layout? What project are you going to work on? When do you expect to achieve it? Set yourself some goals, some deadlines, so that you will be more motivated. And try and break your project up into steps so that you can get it done. Incremental progress is very encouraging. So do your project in steps. Figure out what those are in advance. Write those steps down, what you think you can accomplish each day. And you'll be surprised what you can accomplish and what you do accomplish. My next tip is for you if you're working from home, and that is schedule time to model during the day. Just like you would schedule a meeting, work from home. If you're like me, you're working all kinds of crazy hours. The company has unusual demands for you. We've got operations on both coasts, so I've got to be up late communicating with the executive team in San Francisco, so it's really a long day. So it's okay to schedule an hour here or there to do something personal. So just put it on your schedule, just like you would a meeting, and that way you'll do it. My next tip again is for work from home, and that is set a timer, a kitchen timer. Set a timer on your watch, on your computer, whatever works for you, but set a timer so that you're going to take a break every hour. Well, get up and do some modeling. Again, your modeling task can be broken up in a little incremental steps, so get up, go down, and do one step on that project, and then go back to your desk. You're going to take a break anyway to refresh. You should take a break anyway to refresh. Take that break at your workbench. My last tip is a general tip for everybody dealing with this pandemic, and that is, and you probably heard it before, limit your attention to the media. Your focus on the numbers, on the body count, on the infection rate, on the new cases. It is what it is. Just seeing it once a day is probably more than enough. And don't make that time be late at night, because it'll make it difficult to sleep. Ask me how I know. So don't be watching the media, whether it's the television, the computer, your phone, however you consume information. Limit that, seriously limit that, because it will affect your attitude and your ability to get things done. So let's review the 5 tips. 1, stick to a routine. 2, define your goals. 3, if you're working from home, schedule modeling time just like you would a meeting. 4, if you're working from home again, set a timer, take a break from your work, and do some modeling during that break. And lastly, limit your exposure to the media. So you probably got some tips of your own. Please let me know in the comments what you're doing in order to be effective during this pandemic and any stay-at-home or lockdown that you're experiencing wherever you are in the world. Let's make sure that when we come out of this situation that you can say that you've accomplished some things besides work, that you've accomplished some modeling projects on your layout or at your workbench, and that you've done some things that are calming, because working on your hobby is calming. Focusing on that means you're not going to be as anxious and thinking about the exterior world that you can't control. You can't control what's on your bench. You probably got a stockpile of projects, materials, tools, everything you need to do a lot of different projects. So this is a great time to get some of that done. Now, here in the United States, the government is providing some stimulus payments to a vast swath of the American public. Now, if you need that stimulus payment in order to pay your rent or put food on the table, obviously you need to pay your rent and put food on the table. Don't do something foolish with that money. However, if some of that money is discretionary, please consider spending it on your hobby. It'll make you happy and will also stimulate the model railroading industry, which will be good for all of us when we come out of this pandemic. I'll conclude now with I live in Pennsylvania, and the Pennsylvania Department of Health during this pandemic has a slogan, and that slogan is, stay calm, stay home, stay safe. So please do that. Follow the recommendation of the health authorities. Don't expose yourself to this virus. It really is terrible, and we'll see you on the other side. Until next time, this is Bob Johnson with PK&W Railroad signing off. Happy modeling.